Good evening. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. For those
Shabbat
especially
Shalom.
who may be watching us streaming, you may notice that I am neither Rabbi Chesson nor Rabbi Israel, but I'm in fact Lorraine Fortner, the para-rabbi here at Temple Beth Or, and I will be leading tonight's service. If you found us through the planet, you will have gotten a copy of a document that looks sort of like this as a PDF. And this is basically what we're going to work with. For those of you who were with us last summer, it's the same pamphlet we used then.
That's right.
So if you got that handy, we're not doing anything super fancy in terms of extra prayers and things, but so if you have really kind of any standard prayer book, you can probably follow along with that if you need to do that. But this is basically what we're going to work from this evening. And we will begin. I will, I guess, ask that everybody mute, but feel free to sing along at the top of your lungs, harmony or not. As long as you're muted, I will know it's perfect. So, so we'll kind of just leave ourselves there. So beginning at the top of the first page. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. And it truly is wonderful when we can all be together, even if it's only virtual. Oh, and there's a cat. Or a tail, anyway. We begin with the lighting of the Sabbath candles. If you have candles to light, this would be the time to join in. I'm going to light mine behind me, which is a very brave thing to do, given that I have a ponytail. But hopefully, if you see me setting myself on fire, unmute, let me know. But hopefully this will work. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shalom aleichem, malachei hasharet, malachei elyon, mimelech Malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Archuni l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech, malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mimelech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. We continue on the second page of our pamphlets. Those who choose may rise for the Baruch Hu. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam vaed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise be Adonai, to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Eternal God, whose temple is the whole world and whose dwelling place is the human heart, we know that you are everywhere and that your presence never leaves us. Yet we are thankful for appointed times and chosen places where, in fellowship with one another, our spirits turn to you. At this service, at this hour, and in this place, help us to feel your nearness. The week of toil is ended, the day of rest has come, and we pause to reflect on the meaning of our lives. Source of all creation, you have given us the blessing of work so that by our efforts we may fashion things and use the moments of helpfulness. You have also given us Shabbat for self-renewal and sanctification. May the work of our hands and minds be acceptable to you. May this Shabbat enrich our lives, drawing us closer to you in truth and in love. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. We continue on page 3. I thought tonight we would do the V'ahavta in English because I think it's just a good thing to do periodically. We chant the words, but we don't necessarily know what they mean, so we'll just read the English tonight. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house and when you walk by the way, when you lie down and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all my commandments and be holy to your God. We continue with Mi Chamocha. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha nerdar b'kodesh, no ra tehilot o seifel, no ra tehilot o seifel, yababa bim bim bam, yababa bim bam, yababa bim bim bam, yababa bim bam. Ay, 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 yabba bim bam bim bam. Ay, 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 yabba bim bam bim bam. Malichutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam livnei Moshe. Zeli anu bi'amru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Yabba ba bim bim bam, yabba ba ba bim bam. Yabba ba bim bim bam, yabba ba bim bam. Ay, 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 yabba bim bam bim bam. Ay, 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 yabba bim bam bim bam. And turning to the 4th page, those who choose may rise for the Amidah. Adonai sifatai tiftach uviyagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gom El Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, L'man Shemo B'Ahava. Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagain. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atarav Lehoshia. Mechalchel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim. Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar micha mocha ba'gavurot umido melach melech meimit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atalach achayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh B'Shimcha Kadosh, V'Kadoshim B'Chol Yom Yihalalucha Selah. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. And those who are standing may be seated. We believe in tomorrow. We believe that we have the power to make tomorrow different from today. We believe that poverty need not be permanent and that people need not learn war forever. We believe in people despite all that we know about them. We believe that there can still be a time of peace and a time of justice, a time of fellowship and a time of tranquility for all who live on earth. We believe that we can have a share in bringing that day closer by the way in which we live in the week to come. And even though the world may smile at our dreams, it does not matter. We still believe. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. You are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova, uveracha. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova, uveracha. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la. La la la, ya la la la. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova, uveracha. In addition to praying for peace, we also now pray for healing. For those in need of healing of body or healing of spirit. If you have names that you would like to add for the Misha Barak prayer, you may unmute yourselves and announce them and then remute, or you can put something in the chat. I think Facebook people can maybe do that too. I do know we have the Chesson and Cook family to remember this evening, and also Jill Beckerman. But are there other names that people would like to add?
Numa Levy and Brian Miller.
Barbara Gronenfeld.
Maureen Moody.
Any others? I don't know if we have, I don't see anything popping in the chat. Okay. Misheberach Avotenu Mikor habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mikor habracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Pause for a moment for silent meditation. Yehiyu leratzon, imre fi v'higyon libi, lefanecha Adonai, suri v'goali. Started that one too low, but oh well. All right, so this is the second Friday of the month, and that means it's normally the family service that Rabbi Israel would be leading. And that means that we would have a story now. So I decided I could do a story now, because why not? So I turned to one of my favorite places for stories, and that is, of course, the ever so wise, ever so strong, ever so confident and practical village of Helm. And we have a story of the very wise people of Helm, who, it's a little out of season because it's really kind of a Hanukkah story, a Hanukkah miracle story. So you'll have to kind of think back, that this is, well, perhaps it's in Poland, but I don't know really where Helm might be. There's a theory that says that there is, but wherever you'd like it to be. But it's certainly in a northern climate, and it's Hanukkah time. And the wisest elders of Helm were celebrating in the evening at the local inn. And they were, a little stressed about the financial condition of the shul and of the community. And the evening was wearing on. And at one point they looked out, and lo and behold, outside the window in the sliver of moonlight and the lamplights of the streets, the entire city, the entire town was covered in silver. It wasn't the dusty, muddy streets that had been there when they came in, but it was this beautiful silver coating across the entire expanse as far as they could see. And they looked a little more and they could see glitters of diamonds and pearls and all manner of wondrous things that had magically and mysteriously landed on their town. And they thought, oh my goodness, well, what can we do? We should gather this up. This could solve all of our problems. And it would be just so wonderful. All the silver and diamonds and pearls and sparkles and just wonderful things. They said, oh, but you know what? A lot of the townspeople like to get out and walk, and they might trample it all down before we have a chance to gather it up and collect it properly. We need to make sure that they don't do that. so maybe we should send a messenger around to tap on all their doors and windows and say, don't come out. Don't come out tonight. Don't come out until after the sun comes up tomorrow. And they pondered a moment, that that's a really good idea. And so they found a little messenger guy who takes messages around for the inn and runs errands for the innkeeper. And he said, yeah, sure, I'll go. I'll go around and I'll go every house and I'll tell them not to come out. And just as he was getting ready to go, the wise elder said, no, wait. But if he goes out there, he might trample our beautiful silver and diamonds and pearls. We can't do that. We can't have his feet treading on the snow. What shall we do? And then they said, oh, I know. Let's put him on a table and carry him through. And that way he won't leave a single footprint. And so they did. And he agreed that, okay, well, it sounded a little iffy, but sure. So he gets up on a table, and 4 people from the kitchen and the maintenance and whoever scoop him up, and they go door to door, and he taps on every window and every door and says, don't come out tonight. You have to stay in until morning. It's the order of the elders. You have to stay in until morning. And the people listened, and they all did that. And he came back and reported, yes, everything had gone well and people had agreed, and it's all going to be good. And the silver and the diamonds and the pearls will all be there. And so, the elders were very proud of themselves, and they stayed up a while longer thinking about what they would do with all these wonderful riches. And one said, well, maybe we should buy a golden goose that will lay golden eggs, and then we'll be rich forever. And another one was like, what we should do is we should get everybody a pair of glasses that make things bigger. And everybody will see things as bigger, and our little town will become a bigger town, or maybe even a city. What a wonderful idea. And they had a whole lot of other great ideas that they continued to discuss until they all dozed off for the night. Well, morning came, and, well, they looked out, and all of their silver, their diamonds, their pearls had been trampled. It wasn't the beautiful silver that they had seen in the moonlight the night before. And they were very sad. And they thought, maybe we shouldn't have had those 4 people carrying the messenger around like that. If this happens again next year, if next year we get this wonderful blessing of silver all over the street and diamonds and pearls, we'll get people to carry the 4 people with the table so that they don't trample it all overnight. And that, my friends, is the wisdom of the elders of Chelm. And on that cheery note, we can turn now to page 6 in our program booklets if we have them. And we turn to the Aleinu prayer. Those who wish to rise may do so. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goy haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. Continuing. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men who wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. And this week as a congregation, we remember the following names, and I apologize in advance if I butcher a few of them, but I'm going to do my best. This week we remember Sobi Hakeem, Gladys Parker, Irene Smith Sachs, Philip P. Holroyd, Abraham B. Stein, Max Fenberg, Louis S. Alkus, Bernard Constantine, Rabbi Samuel Cook, Barbara Flagel, Stephen Freed, and Vuoko Arena Lapanen, I think it is. We also remember the recent passing of Dana Shook and Rabbi Michael Cook. Are there any other names that people would like to add for the yard site this week?
Dolores McLeod Goings,
Okay, I don't see anything coming in chat, so we turn to the Kaddish prayer, which is on page 7 of the booklet. And as they say, if this is your custom, please rise. Yit Gadal, Viet Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'almad Divarach Yurte, V'yamlich Malchute, V'chayechon, Uvyamechon, V'chayed Kol Beit Yisrael, V'agala Vizman Kariv, V'imru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mivarach Leolam L'Amei Almaya. Yit Barach V'yishtabach V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Ramam V'yit Naseh. V'yit Adar V'yit Alev V'yit Halal Shemei Dekudesha Barichu. La'elam Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata. Tushbechata V'Nechamata. Da'amiran B'Alma V'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabbah Min Shemaya V'Chayim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'yimru. Amen. Osei Shalom B'Mramav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael, V'Yimru, Amen. Seated. And we turn now to the Kiddush. So if you have a wine glass. We raise a toast. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kadsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom tehila lemikroe kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta v'yotanu ki dashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kadshecha Yahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat. L'chaim. Lovely challah tonight. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. too big a bite to do the song right now. Think among yourselves for a minute. We'll close with Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Bimroma. Huyaseh Shalom Aleinu. V'al Kol Yisrael. V'yemru. V'yemru. Amen. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. V'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. And we say Shabbat Shalom to all. In terms of announcements, there will not be Tanakh study tomorrow, but it is scheduled to resume next Saturday, 17th, I believe.
Mhm.
Don't know if other people have announcements or thoughts. Otherwise, we can probably stop the streaming and we'll start just kibitzing.
I would like to know